Hello children. Today we begin with the first chapter in geometry, basic concepts. Under this, the first topic that we have is coordinates of points and distance. Now here, look at this number line that we have here. All of you must be familiar drawing a number line. Now you have a number line which is drawn here, figure 1.1, wherein the points are A, B, C, O, D and E, and all these points have particular coordinates. For example, point A is represented by the coordinate -5. Point B is represented by the coordinate -3 and so on. Okay. Now, suppose we need to find out the distance between any two points. For example, let's say now here in the example given here, see the distance between points E and D. So we are going to find out the distance between the points D and E. Are you able to see the 2 points in the figure? Now if we have to find the distance between them, we write it as D, small d, in bracket E comma D. Now E comma D represents the points D as well as E. You are finding out the distance between them and therefore it is equal to, what is the coordinate of the point D? 1. What is the coordinate of the point E? 3. Now 3 minus 1, the answer is 2. That means distance between the 2 points DE is equal to 2. All right. Now similarly, another example is to find the distance between the 2 points CD. Carefully look at the figure once again, the number line. C has the coordinate -2 and D has a coordinate 1. Now to find the distance between CD, what are we doing? We take the bigger coordinate. Which is the bigger coordinate? Is it -2 or 1? 1 is a bigger number than -2. So the bigger number 1 minus the smaller number -2. So it's 1 minus -2. Now what is 1 minus -2? Minus into minus becomes plus. And 1 plus 2 equal to 3. So the distance between the 2 points CD is equal to 3. Children, I hope you are able to understand how to find the distance between any 2 points on the number line. So basically it is the greater coordinate minus the smaller coordinate. This is how you have to do it. Okay. Now the same thing is explained here, and remember this. The distance between 2 points is obtained by subtracting the smaller coordinate from the larger coordinate. Okay. And the distance between any 2 points is a non-negative real number, means it should always be a positive real number. You must not get it as a negative number. All right. Now the next topic that we come to is betweenness. What does betweenness mean? Now look at these figures. You have 3 distinct collinear points, P, Q, R. Now first of all, what does collinear mean? Points which are collinear. It means that points lie on the same straight line. So if I call PQR to be collinear, it means all 3 of them lie on the same straight line. Now what are the possibilities that PQR lie on the same straight line? There are 3 possibilities. Number 1, point Q lies between the points P and R. That's the first figure. The second possibility is point R lies between P and Q, the second figure. And the third possibility, point P lies between points R and Q. Okay, so these are the 3 possibilities. Now, it can be shown like this. If distance of PQ plus distance of QR equal to distance of PR, it is said that point Q is between P and R, and it is represented as P dash Q dash R. Now what this means is, now when I look at the first figure, I know that distance of PQ plus the distance of QR, what must I get? I must get it is equal to the distance of PR. Now if I look at both these distances carefully, do you find that the point Q, the coordinate Q, gets repeated? It is common in both those distances. See, distance of PQ plus distance of QR. Q is coming common in both. That means Q lies between P and R. This is how we have to learn to identify it. And since Q comes as common for both, I write it as P dash Q dash R, which means Q is in between P and R. Children, can you try this out for the second figure? That's figure 1.2. How will I write the same thing? You would write it as distance of PR plus distance of RQ is equal to distance of PQ, which means point R lies between P and Q. Children, are you able to understand? Try out the third one. The third figure, distance of RP plus distance of PQ is equal to distance of RQ, which means point P lies between R and Q. Okay, I hope by now betweenness is clear to all of you. Anyways, it will be still more clear as we start solving the questions in the exercise. Okay, now let's go to the first exercise 1.1. The first question, find the distances with the help of the number line given below. So look at the figure in the textbook carefully. Now you have to find, first question is to find the distance of BE. Now carefully look at the point B. What is the coordinate of point B? 2. Look at point E, which is a coordinate for point E, 5. So you have 2 and 5. Which is a bigger coordinate? 5. Which is the smaller one? 2. What will be the distance between them? 5 minus 2, which is equal to 3. I'll show you how to solve this. Now this is how it's done. See, distance of B comma E. You will write coordinate of B is 2. Coordinate of E is 5. Distance of B comma E is equal to greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. That is 5 minus 2, which is 3 units. Okay. Final answer, distance of BE is equal to 3 units. Now this is how this kind of sums have to be solved. Now this is the second question. Distance of J comma A. Now if you look at your textbook, the coordinate of J is minus 2. The coordinate of A is 1. Which is the bigger coordinate? Is it minus 2 or is it 1? You all know, we have learned integers. We know 1 is a bigger number than minus 2. Therefore, greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. That is 1 minus minus 2. Minus into minus becomes plus, and therefore 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. So that's distance of J comma A, which is equal to 3 units. Okay. Now, all these questions under this heading are supposed to be done in the same method. I have done one more question, which is number 8. Distance of QB. It's very simple, children. Find the coordinate of the first point Q. Write it down. Here it's minus 5. Find the coordinate of B. It is 2. See which is the bigger number. From minus 5 and 2, we know 2 is a bigger number. So greater coordinate minus the smaller coordinate. 2 minus minus 5. Minus into minus is plus. 2 plus 5, your answer is 7. Therefore, distance of QB is 7. This is how you have to do it. Okay. So I have solved 3 sums for you out of those sums that are given. The remaining sums you're going to solve in the same way that I have explained. All right. Now we go to question number 2. Now question number 2 says, if the coordinate of A is X and that of B is Y, find distance of AB. Now it's exactly similar to the first one. Now in this case, what is given? You are supposed to find the distance A comma B. Now the coordinates of A and B in this question are given as X comma Y. Now the values are given separately. Now for example, in the first question, X is 1, Y is 7. What is a method? Same as you did for the first sum. Bigger coordinate minus the smaller one. 7 minus 1, 6. That's how you have to do it. Go to the second question. Same method. X is 6, y is minus 2. Bigger coordinate minus smaller coordinate. 6 minus minus 2. That's 6 plus 2, which is 8. Okay. Children, I hope you have understood. You have to do those 6 sums exactly as I've told you. I'll show you how to do that one. One of which is done. I'll show you how to do it. See the second sum. Fifth one I have done. Distance of A comma B, x coordinate is minus 3, y coordinate is minus 6. Now minus 3 and minus 6, which is the bigger number of the two? Definitely it's minus 3, right? When you consider integers, negative numbers, minus 3 is bigger than minus 6. So we write that first. So minus 3 minus, the smaller coordinate is minus 6. Now again minus into minus is plus, minus 3 plus 6. When you have a smaller number and a bigger number, you're supposed to subtract and put the sign of the bigger number. So minus 3 plus 6, subtract. 6 minus 3 is 3. What is the sign of the bigger number there? 6 is the bigger number. What is its sign? Plus. And hence your answer will have a plus sign. Therefore, the distance A comma B is equal to 3 units. So this is how these sums have to be done. All right. Now, shall we go to question number 3? Yes. Question number 3. Your question is, from the information that is given, find which point is between the other two. If the points are not collinear, state so. This is your question. You are given in the first question, distance of PR is 7, distance of PQ is equal to 10, distance of QR is equal to 3. Now, what are we supposed to find out? You have to find out which is the point which is in between the other two. Say whether these 3 points are collinear, that means whether do they lie in a straight line. Okay, these are the things which you have to say. Now, when you look at the question, you have PR is 7, PQ is 10, QR is 3. What you must do is take the two smaller numbers out of the 3, add them and see whether you are getting the third number. If yes, then they will be collinear. This is the simplest way to find out. Okay. Now, out of 7, 10 and 3, you have 7 and 3. When you add 7 plus 3, you get 10. So what I'll do is write distance of PR plus distance of QR is equal to distance of PQ. That's 7 plus 3, which is equal to 10. Now, since it's coming equal, it means points P, Q, R are collinear points. What does collinear mean? It means all those 3 points lie in a same straight line. That's what collinear means. See, I have drawn P, R, Q in a straight line. It can also be written as P dash, R dash, Q, which means R lies between P and Q. Children, I hope the first question is clear. Similarly, go to the second one. Distance of RS is 8, distance of ST is 6, and distance of RT is 4. This is your question. What have I told you? How do we find this out? We add the two smaller numbers and check whether we are getting the third number. So I have ST as 6 and RT as 4. If I add 6 plus 4, do I get 8? No, I don't get 8. So write it down. Distance of ST plus distance of RT is not equal to distance of RS. 6 plus 4 is not equal to 8. In such a case, you know that the points R, S, T are not collinear. That means the relationship of betweenness does not exist. Part of your question also is check whether the relationship of betweenness exists between the 3 points. Okay, now in this case, since they are not collinear, since they do not lie on a straight line, it is this relationship of betweenness will not exist between the 3 points. Okay. Go to the third question. Distance of AB is 16, CA is 9, BC is 7. As I told you, take the two smaller numbers, add it up. Are you getting the third number? Yes. In this case, you are getting 9 plus 7 is 16, and therefore C lies between A and B. It means A dash C dash B points A, B, C are collinear. I hope with this figure that I have drawn, I am more clear to you. See, in this case, CA is 9 and BC is 7. That means C lies between A and B. And 9 plus 7 gives you 16, which is the distance of A comma B. Okay. So those are the 3 questions from this particular question. Now, see, we were doing question number 3. Now, out of these 6 questions, I have done the first 3 for you children. I hope you are clear with what I have explained to you. Now, with the help of this, you have to complete the other 3 questions, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's for you to do. Okay, now let's go to question number 4. Now, this is slightly different. Question number 4 says, on a number line, points A, B and C are such that distance of AC is equal to 10. Distance of CB is equal to 8. Find distance of A comma B considering all possibilities. Now, what are the kind of possibilities that may come? Go to the question again. Distance of AC is 10. Distance of CB is 8. Now, when you look at these two distances that are given, you find AC is 10. Now, the point C starts for the second distance. See, it's C comma B. So, the first thing ends at C, the second one starts from C, which means C lies between A and B. So that's one possibility, right? So let's go and see how to do it. Now, yes, this is question number 4. Distance of AC is 10, distance of CB is 8. Now, what is the first possibility? The first possibility is distance of AC plus distance of CB. That means your figure would look like this. A, C, B. C lies between A and B. That's 10 plus 8, 18. The distance between A, B will be 18. This could be the first possibility. There's another possibility which could be possible. That is, it can be drawn like this also. That is, you have AC as 10. Okay. Distance of AC is 10. You are given CB is 8. Distance of CB is 8. Children, are you able to see the second case wherein AC is 10 and CB is 8? From there, what do I get? 10 minus 8, distance of AB is 2. Right? So AB plus BC is equal to distance of AC. Distance of AB we don't know. BC is given as 8. AC is given as 10. Therefore, AB will be 10 minus 8, which is 2. This is a second possibility which could happen. Okay. So these are the two things. These are the two possibilities which could arise in this case. Children, I hope I'm clear with my explanation and the figure. A similar question is number 5. I think the ones who have not understood it very clearly will understand it with the next question, that is number 5. Here what does it say? Distance of x comma y is 17. Distance of y comma z is 8. Find distance of x comma z. Now, again here there are two possibilities. If I look at those two distances, xy, nzy. Second, yz begins with y. So the first possibility is y lies between x and z. See the figure? Xy is 17, yz is 8. So distance of xy plus distance of yz will give me distance of x comma z. 17 plus 8 is 25. So distance of xz is 25. This is your first possibility. Second, what could be the second possibility? Distance of xy is 17. That's your whole distance xy, which is 17. Out of this, yz is 8. That means in this case, z is lying between x and y. Okay, yz is 8. How much could be xz? 17 minus 8, which is 9. So this could be your second possibility. This is another way to draw the same number line. All right. So xy equal to xz plus yz. 17 equal to xz plus 8. 17 minus 8, that is 9, is your distance xz. This is your possibility number 2. Okay. So we complete question number 5. Now question number 6 is very simple. There are three questions here. Now what it says is, let's just go to the question from the textbook, read it and understand. Question number 6 is, sketch proper figure and write the answers for the following questions. First one, if A dash B dash C. It's very simple. It tells you that B is between A and C. Length of AC is 11. That means the distance from A to C is 11. Distance, length of BC is 6.5. So the distance BC is 6.5. How much is length of AB? So that's very simple. The total distance AC minus the distance BC should give you length of AB, right? So 11 minus 6.5 will be your answer. Okay. And so on with the other two sums. I'll still show you how to do it. See, this is how it is to be done. AC is given as 11, BC is 6.5. Substitute the values. AB you need to find out. So 11 minus 6.5, when you do, length of AB is 4.5. Okay. The same thing is with the second question. R dash S dash T. ST is given. RS is also given. Find length of RT. So you have to add them both to get RT. The third sum is very similar. It's just that there is a root sign. So you might find it a little difficult. X dash Y dash Z. XZ is given 3 root 7. XY is root 7. What does root 7 mean? It means it's 1 root 7. Find length of YZ. So length of XY plus length of YZ is length of XZ. That means root 7 plus YZ is 3 root 7. So what would be the length of YZ? 3 root 7 minus 1 root 7, which is 2 root 7, because you take root 7 outside the bracket. 3 minus 1 is 2, and therefore the distance YZ is 2 root 7 units. Okay. Now we go to the last question, number 7, which says, which figure is formed by three non-collinear points? Non-collinear points means what? They do not lie on a straight line. So if you have three lines, 3 points which do not lie on a straight line. Now our 3 points are A, B and C. They do not lie on a straight line. If I were to join these 3 points, what kind of a figure would I get? I would get a triangle. Okay, so that's your last question. With this, we finish with question number 7 of exercise 1.1. So children, we have completed with exercise 1.1. We have discussed all the questions in it. We covered topics regarding number line as well as betweenness. Okay. Now there are few questions which you have to solve on your own and see whether you get your answers. So that will be your homework, and understanding the whole concept and doing this exercise once again is what you need to do for your homework, children. I hope I'm clear with it. Thank you.